ክርስቲያን ሙስሊሙ ሕዝቢ ሆይ በጋራ ሰላም 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 ሰላም
ከአፍሪካውያን ወንድሞቻችን ጋር በአጠቃላይ ከጎረቤቶቻችን ጋር በተለየ በችግርም በተድላም አብረን እንቆማለን። ከኤርትራ መንግስት ጋር ለዓመታት ሰፍኖ የቆየው አለመግባባት እንዲያበቃም ከልብ እንፈልጋለን። የበኩላችንም እንወጣለን። በጥቅም ብቻ ሳይሆን በደም ለተሳሰሩት የሁለቱ ሀገራት ህዝቦች የጋራ ጥቅም ሲባል ልዩነቶቻችንን በውይይት ለመፍታት ያለንን ዝግጁነት እየገለጽኩ የኤርትራ መንግስትም ተመሳሳይ አቋም እንዲወስድ በዚሁ አጋጣሚ ጥሬን አቀርባለሁ።
ሰላም ከኤርትራ ዳበልኩም ዘምሩ ክርስቲያን ምስ እስላም ህዝበይ በሓበራ
Eritrea's President Isaias Afwerki is visiting Ethiopia for the first time since the start of the two countries' border war in 1998. The visit follows the signing of a new peace deal that restored diplomatic and economic ties between the long-time enemies.
Some overwhelmed by emotions over the newfound peace.
I never thought that this day would ever come. I have missed my grandmother, my sisters and all my family, who are all in Eritrea. But the Prime Minister has made this peace possible. I thank you.
First, families split either side of the Ethiopian-Eritrean border have been finally able to speak to each other for the first time in decades. This was on Monday after direct telephone communications were restored. The countries have issued a joint statement saying that they are no longer at war. The thaw comes after Ethiopia's Prime Minister, Abiy Ahmed, agreed to abide by borders set in 2002 after the neighbours ended a 2-year war and paid an historic visit to Eritrea over the weekend.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor and pleasure for me to invite the Prime Minister of Ethiopia, Mr. Ahmed, here with us today. The Prime Minister is already a truly historical person in Ethiopia. Those that have followed Ethiopia for decades, more have happened in the last months with this Prime Minister than has happened in decades. So there is peace with Eritrea. There are important economic reforms in Ethiopia. There are important political reforms. Following the Prime Minister's breakthrough with Asmara, there was also peace established between Somalia and Eritrea, Djibouti and Eritrea, and the Prime Minister called in the parties also in South Sudan, Riek Machar and Salva Kiir, and got them to talk together. A great achievement in itself, I have to say. There is so much hope now related to Eritrea. There are thousands of political prisoners freed. The diaspora is coming back, and there is so much support for you personally and for your government, Mr. Prime Minister. We're really looking forward to hear your message to the world community today. So welcome, my friend.
And please permit me to also add a personal trait to your list of merits: your profound humility. You rarely speak publicly of your achievements and your success. This year's Peace Prize is a recognition of all the efforts made by all the nations and individuals involved. They say that good news rarely arrives from the Horn of Africa. Historically, good news did in fact come from Africa. Ethiopia is the cradle of humankind. The first Homo sapiens emigrated from the territory of your country. In this sense, we are all Ethiopians. Your country has a unique history, also within an African context, since it was never colonialized by any Western power. It is and it is in part for this very reason that Ethiopia is home to the African Union. But the good news of today is your endeavours to establish a new order of peace initiatives, openness and peaceful mediation to find new solutions to old disputes. The Norwegian Nobel Committee fully understands that peace is created in cooperation with others. But when we are awarding the Peace Prize to you as an individual, because you have personally made an extraordinary difference across several arenas, it is the totality of your efforts that convinced us that it is you, Mr. Prime Minister, who have made the most significant contribution to peace in the past year. Mr. Prime Minister, I got lost in words. I'm here to give you an award in the form of a diploma and a gold medal.